Hey everybody, I hope y'all are doing well. Joseph Simon with Bumblin Acres. Thought I'd do a little Bumblin update. But we didn't get as much done this weekend on the property as we normally would have liked. Yesterday we drove up to Cincinnati to help my father do some furniture moving. And I don't know if you can tell this, but I'm 5'6", 160-ish pounds, and not all that impressive and moving heavy things. So it took a lot out of us, and we were gone most of the day, so we didn't get nearly as much done as usual, but I still wanted to do an update. And I realized something today, that while in the future I'm hoping one day that these videos will inspire a number of people to take the homestead challenge, to take steps towards their own self-sustainability, to get involved in the local community that homesteading forces you to do. I mean, you just can't do it without it. But the bigger reason that I do it right now is because I need it for me. One of the things that Listen to Any Homesteader talk about in the beginning is just, it's really, really hard, and you have to take your blessings as they come. But there's so many systems that you're getting set up, and there's so much that you're doing that inevitably it kind of, you see progress in inches, not in miles. And I look forward to looking back at these videos and laughing at how overly simplistic maybe they are. Perspective brings a lot of interesting things as we look back on it. But these videos are mostly for me, mostly for us, that we can look back at what we've done and get a sense of progress when sometimes there isn't as much progress as you would like. So the things that we are undertaking right now, we put our meat birds out, and that's going very, very well. I built a little chicken tractor. It's a little too tall. I'm actually going to modify that next year. I'm pretty sure I'm going to convert that into just being another chicken coop and build another couple of the less tall chicken tractors. Probably go 2.5, 3 feet tall on it rather than this one that's 4. We still got our wood chip collections that we will be getting set up and moved. As we expand our garden bed out, we're going to almost triple the size of our garden bed right now. Right now it's about 16 feet by probably 35 feet. And when it's all said and done, it'll just be double the size, and we'll have fenced it in. And that's brought us to kind of the challenge we're facing, in that what's a cheap, affordable way upon which to put up a fence. So looked online, looked at all kinds of different options of what we're doing. And we're going to put up we're going to use pallets for our fencing material. I mean, it won't look like, it's not going to be on the most impressive thing on this earth to see, but it'll be good for us. Vanity should always be secondary to functionality. So we've got a source for almost an unlimited supply of pallets, so it makes sense for us to use it as a source. I'm not going to get into the technical processes of what we're going to put it together with, because honestly I've got a theory in my head, but I have found that practicality, as soon as you start actually doing a physical thing, the theory quickly has to adjust. So too early to share. Some of the things we've acquired, I don't know if we've talked about our water cube. We're going to start collecting our own water to feed our animals. We don't really want to pay the city to feed our animals and water our animals. And right now I just have it sitting on the side of the house filling up, because it was originally for vegetable oil apparently. So I need to fill it up and empty it out a couple times before it'll be able to hold water. It'll be fresh. So with this rain we get, I get to get that job done. Our pond, we're still clearing up around. That's probably a challenge. We're making a whole water. It's going to wait till next year, but I'm going to finish clearing it out before the end of this year, and probably into the fall. We have a great, wonderful event coming up that's going to take a lot of our time relatively recently, and that me and Deborah, my fiance, are getting married in November. So that has obviously put a lot of our smartly, I have to recognize that at some point planning for that will take over all of our other homesteading kind of stuff. We'll work in concurrence. We're still in the process. I've closed in part of our back deck. I decided I didn't want to do a full closure, but I wanted to do something that would, with something in it that we could grow vines and stuff up and still added a level of protection to them. So that's a pretty easy thing if you can get the cattle excuse me, the cattle line and just put it up. And then just lots of little projects are still ongoing, always. Finally had my chainsaw worked on, so it's up and running, so I can continue clearing out things around the house. And the weekends is kind of the time that I do it. So, because I didn't get as much done this weekend, but it was still good to go up and see family. And, you know, that's kind of the update of where we are so far. Oh, speaking of, we had somebody come across and they had a rabbit hutch. And we kind of modified it a little bit. I'm taking the roof off. We're going to turn it into a brooder because it's almost like a sweat box. So you can't really have it outside. I don't really want to drill holes all through it. So I think that's going to be our brooder in the future because it will have no trouble maintaining heat and it is a secure place. So, but as that plan develops, I'll post more. So anyway, I hope you all are doing well. Kind of a boring update from the outside looking in, but it's the face of where we are so far. So I hope you're doing well. I hope that in some way you're inspired by what we're doing. I look forward to being inspired back. You know, if you're doing something and you see something that we could do that would be beneficial, please share. We are, the homestead community is incredibly assisting community. So, you know, don't wait for me to ask for help. If you see something I can do that would be better, let me know. If you've put up fencing using pallets, then let me know how that went. Let me know what you learned from it. The more that we share, the quicker the stuff gets done. So anyway, it's always a pleasure. Joe from Bumblin Acres. Have a great and wonderful day.